Hey, Maria. I'm sorry to message you so late at night.
Hi, Fred. What's up? Is anything the matter?
Well, I was wondering if it would be possible for you to lend me a couple $100.
You want to borrow money? Why, though? I thought that you were working.
Yeah, but I had to quit due to personal reasons. So I'm strapped for cash right now. So that's why I wanted to ask if I could borrow some money from you.
Fred, I'm not some ATM machine that you can just withdraw money from whenever you want. I don't have any extra cash either because it's the end of the month.
Maria, I'm desperate right now. Can you please help me out just this once?
No, Fred. If you quit your job, then you could have at least found a part-time job to get by. Don't you feel sorry for Anne, who has to work until late at night to provide for you and the kids by herself? And I know that you are going to go gambling with that money. I won't give it to you even if I had any.
Oh, Maria, please save me your nagging. You could have just simply ended it at no. Fine, I won't ask again.
Connor, Fred messaged me today.
Really? Why? What did he want?
He wanted to borrow money out of the blue. He asked for $200.
He didn't say anything to me.
Of course not. He's afraid of you. Whereas he's not in the least bit intimidated by me. I was sure that he would go to the casino with that money, so I didn't give it to him. He said he quit his job too.
Why didn't you give him at least $50? Who knows? Maybe he found himself in a real tight spot.
I think he's tricked us more than a few times already. If it had been Anne, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. But with Fred, I just can't, knowing full well his past history.
I think you're being way too hard on him. It's not like he's a bad kid at heart.
You spoiling him is the reason why he's still like that at his age. Well, whatever. It's your brother, not mine. Perhaps it's not my place to tell you what to do, but you shouldn't be so lenient with him.
Okay. Just don't get angry, all right?
I'm not angry, just frustrated, that's all. He's turning 30 soon, and I don't know how long he's going to be living like that.
I'm sure he will take care of himself enough to get by. Let's not worry ourselves too much about him. We can live our lives and he can live his. Anne is there by his side, so what's the fret?
Fine. Yeah, you're right.
Maria, are you so worried about losing your money? Or you think that you can treat Fred like some kind of loser just because you have a higher salary than him?
Karen, what are you saying? What do you mean that I'm worried about losing my money? And when did I treat Fred like a loser?
I heard that Fred asked you if he could borrow just $200, and you turned him down, saying that he would use that money to gamble anyway. Unbelievable!
Well, I think that I had a valid point there. And plus, it's the end of the month right now. We're a little strained too. We need to pay for the insurance and the utilities, not to mention our phone bills and credit card payments. We also need to put some money into our savings account. And all of that put together is over $1,000. Even if $200 doesn't seem like a lot, it's not a small amount either.
Wow. I know that you two earn more than $5,000 a month put together. And still you're being so petty with something like a mere couple hundred. Just admit that you think it's a waste of money to give to your own brother-in-law. It's not like Fred and Anne get paid a lot. And with the kids, they barely have enough to spend it on themselves. If things are hard for them, you could help them out. But no. Instead, you choose to question him about his motives and accuse him of gambling with it instead.
Karen, this is not the first time that he's done this. Before, he told me that he didn't even have money for baby formula and diapers. So I sent him $500 for living expenses, but then he used it all up on online poker games. Don't you remember?
That was such a long time ago, and yet you still bring it up. Anyway, the situation has changed now. Things are different from before.
It could be the same, though. How can you really know?
Well, you are a cold-hearted person if I ever met one in my life, Maria. Not even able to spare 1 cent for your husband's brother.
I personally believe that you should be very clear-headed about money matters. So I don't think I will be lending money to Fred in the future either.
Fine. Do what you like. Such a stone-cold Scrooge.
Well, Scrooge actually becomes generous at the end of the story.
Are you playing word games with me now?
No, not at all.
Talking with you just raises my blood pressure. Never mind. Just forget it.
Hi, Maria. Can I talk to you for a second?
Hey, Anne. Of course. I'm free right now. What's the matter?
I'm so sorry, Maria, but I can't hold on any longer.
What are you saying right now, Anne? Is something wrong? Where are you?
I'm going to ask for a divorce. I can't live with that piece of trash any longer.
What? All of a sudden? What happened with you guys?
That scumbag. He was seeing other women when I was working my bones off. Going to motels with them and stuff like that. He was doing all sorts of nasty things behind my back.
Really? That photo of the handsy couple going into the motel. Is that really Fred?
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but I was just in denial because I didn't want to admit the truth. I don't think it's worth living such a crap life, to be honest. I married him without really knowing his true nature, but now that we've lived together, he can't hide it from me any longer. I was okay with raising 3 children from his previous relationships, and I was accepting it as my fate. I thought that if I raised them as my own, I would learn to love them like my own children. But I never imagined that he would go behind my back and betray me like this, Maria. And even though he swore to us that he quit gambling, he had been doing it all along secretly.
Have you told Karen about all of this?
No. You're the first person that I'm speaking about it to right now. I wanted to at least say thank you for all your help before I say goodbye.
Well, I think you should tell Karen first. And then, of course, you will have to speak with Fred about it, too.
I don't think talking to either of them will change my mind about anything. But yes, I need to speak with them, so that I can file for divorce and do whatever else I need to do. Thanks for listening to me, Maria.
It's nothing. I know that it must have been really hard for you to deal with this alone all this time. Just try not to think about it too much.
Okay. Thanks, Maria. I hope that I didn't bother you too much while you were at work.
No, don't worry. You didn't. Take care, Anne. Hey, Anne just told me that she wants to leave Fred. What are you talking about? She wants to divorce Fred? Yeah. Apparently Fred was cheating on her and still gambling behind her back. That's why she's asking for a divorce. What? That absolute idiot! Is that really true?
I thought she was lying at first too, but it was actually real. She's going to go through the papers with a lawyer.
Do you think I should try and mend things between them?
I don't think I could do it myself. So how could you?
And do you really think that you can mend something like that after all that Fred has done? Why would Anne want to live with someone who abandoned his family to sleep with other women and choose to keep gambling away his life? Yeah, but Anne is still young and Fred is not left with any options when he divorces this time. Why don't we meet the two of them in person and speak with them about what happened? If there are apologies to be made, we can make that happen. And if there are any misunderstandings to be resolved, we can help with that too.
Well, why don't you go and mediate by yourself? I'm not at all skilled at that sort of thing.
Maybe I can go today even. I'm going to call and ask them.
Okay. Go ahead and ask them. And let me know when you're done.
They are not responding to my messages at all. I thought that if they talked it out, things would get back to normal.
See, I told you. It's not something that can be fixed at this point. How can you possibly live with someone like that?
Well, I guess there's nothing more we can do. Oh, and by the way...
Connor, I'm letting you know in advance. If you're going to talk about money issues, don't even try.
No, it's not that. Maria, you like kids, right?
Yes, I do like kids. Why?
And we're not thinking of having any for the time being, right?
Right. What are you trying to say exactly?
Well, I was thinking maybe we can take Fred's kids and have them live with us.
You can't be serious right now, right? What did you just write? Can you please repeat that? Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me.
I know that it seems like a lot to take on right now, but if they stay with Fred, it won't be good for anyone, least of all the children. Rather than letting them suffer, couldn't we take them in and hope for the best for everyone involved?
I just can't understand at all what you're telling me right now. Why should we raise Fred's kids that are not even our own?
Still, they're our niece and nephew. And you said you like kids too, didn't you? The baby twins are just 3 years old. They still need a motherly figure to love and care for them at their tender age.
That is just unbelievable what you are telling me right now. Even if that may be true, you want us to take those kids in all of a sudden? Please get your head straight. Maybe you're not thinking clearly, and you think if what you're asking is even possible since both of us happen to be working at the moment. But we are not so well off financially to provide for 3 extra kids at our house. We're barely getting by ourselves.
Maria, I never thought that you could be so cold-hearted. They're my brother's children. How could you say no without even any consideration at all?
Oh, so you thought that I would say, yes, of course, I would love to? I absolutely agree with you. Was that the reaction that you expected from me?
Yeah, I thought you of all people would be happy to help raise our nephews. I thought that you were just very strict about money issues, but I think that you are just lacking any sort of empathy.
Oh, really? Well then, let me just ask you one question. That opinion of yours, is it solely yours alone? Or is this something that your mother, Anne, and Fred all agree on?
You think it would be my opinion alone? It's what everybody thinks, Maria.
Oh, so they all agreed that I have no empathy. Okay. Then I guess I can ask in front of everybody, right?
Do whatever you want. I just hope that you don't embarrass yourself.
Okay, well, since now it's too late in the evening already, I will ask them tomorrow, early in the morning. I'm going to the guest bedroom to sleep there because I don't really feel like sleeping next to you today. Hi, everybody! I heard that everyone agreed with me raising Fred's children after the divorce. I just wanted to make sure that it's true, so that's why I contacted you all so early this morning.
Wow. I didn't think that you would take it so far with something like this, Maria. Who in the world invites everyone to a group chat at 7 a.m. to ask something like that?
Well, I guess that person is me. I don't have anything to say to you, Connor. So can you shut your mouth for now? Anne, can you please answer my question?
No, I'll go first. I do believe that it would be a good idea.
Oh, do you now? And why do you think that?
Quite frankly, it's a fact that you two make quite a lot more money than Fred. How could Fred take care of all those kids by himself? And I'm too old to help myself. Don't you think that you should take care of the children as you have a stable household? They're your only nephews.
Anne, what do you think about all this? They're not my own birth children either. I did raise them as my own with love and care during my marriage, even though they are all born from different women. But I'm not under any obligation to take care of them anymore. I feel bad about doing this to you too, but I also agreed with this decision.
And you, Fred? You have nothing to say, I suppose? If I'm being completely frank here, I think Mom is right. You and Connor earn a lot more money than us, and I am not prepared to take care of those children by myself. Plus, there is no knowing that I will be able to get another job right away. Wouldn't it be better that they be happy in your house rather than suffer with me in this dire situation?
Oh, so I guess nobody around here has the intelligence of a human being? Not a single one of you has the ability to think reasonably like normal people, right?
What did you say? How terribly rude you are. Did your parents teach you such awful manners to talk like that in front of your elders?
Well, yeah. I guess I was raised exactly like this by my family to talk like this. Have any of you even imagined how it would feel to suddenly have 3 children to take care of? I don't think so. Not from the way that you are behaving.
And I really didn't expect this from you, Anne.
I'm sorry, Maria. I thought that you would be understanding of my situation at least.
Oh, you want understanding, do you? Sure, I understand. Of course, since they're not your children, you don't actually have any legal responsibility to raise them. But I certainly don't have the responsibility to raise them either. You crazy psychopaths. What did you just say? Psychopaths? Are you quite done insulting us, Maria?
No, I'm not quite done.
Just looking at this family. I'm going to make an executive decision here. Let's get a divorce. And now that we are going to get a divorce, let me speak even more plainly here. Hey, Fred! You had fun when you were just enjoying yourself without thinking things through, right? Not knowing that things would turn out like this. You probably thought that the good times would last forever. Since I know that your intelligence level is way below average, why did you shoot out your sperm so many times in so many different women if you weren't even able to take responsibility for it? Is your penis controlling your brain or something? Are you incapable of enjoying life without sleeping with so many different women? Is that it? Maria, you're really taking it a bit far right now, don't you think so? Too far? Yeah, maybe I am. But I don't think I can do any less here. And Karen, do you even realize how your son ended up like this? Because you always let him off the hook each time he screwed up, saying, "It's okay, my baby. You haven't done anything wrong. You're the best, my son." That's how you raise this monster of a human being. What did you say? Are you high on drugs right now, Maria? How dare you say those things to me? Drugs? Why would I take drugs? I'm completely sober right now. I'm more clear-headed than I've ever been. And you, Connor. You are the same. Always coddling your brother when he's out there terrorizing the world with his dick. I can't even express fully how pathetic that is. I'm warning you. You better stop it there, Maria. You're really pissing me off big time right now. Oh, really? Are you getting pissed off now? So what are you going to do? Beat me up or something? If you can, why don't you come over and throw a few punches? Maybe I'll be able to sue you and get paid. Connor, you've been living with this crazy woman for all this time. I can't stand by and just watch anymore. You two should get a divorce right away, too. Oh, lady, don't even fret about it. I was just about to do that anyway. Even if you beg me on your knees to live just one more day with your son, I will not even consider it in a million years, so dream on. What the hell's gotten into you, Maria? Is taking care of your nephews such a big thing that you would go this far? Yeah, it is. If I don't do this, then I will just end up doing every little thing that you ask me to do like some damn fool. And whenever I don't listen to you, then you all will call me all sorts of nasty things. Isn't that right? Rather than become a part of your dirtbag family, I'd rather be single any day of the week. Give the children up for adoption. Or you, Connor, can take care of them yourself, since you love them so much. Well, whatever you do, it's not my problem anymore. I'm out. Oh, and Anne, I guess we won't be seeing each other anymore either. Bye! My husband's family, who asked me to raise the 3 children from 3 different women that my stupid brother-in-law had without any regard for my opinion. I never expected that even Anne, my brother-in-law's wife, would ask me to do such a thing. But looking back, I felt grateful. I almost ended up living until my last days in such a terrible household. I signed my divorce papers without a pinch of regret, and after that, I completely cut off contact with them all. Afterwards, Fred, my ex-brother-in-law, eventually put the family house in jeopardy because he was not able to get rid of his gambling habit. He did get in touch with me to ask for my help, but by then, I had already moved on, busy with my job, and fell in love with a new person. Finally, in a loving relationship without needing to be stressed. From this point forward, I want to live with more confidence and with my head held high, even higher than now. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.